What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Brand new channel. This is Midcurver Crypto coming at you. I am here to share some love, share some knowledge, and do my best and do my part to bring to you some insight within the RH ecosystem. And yes, we will look at other things like some macro stuff from ETH and BTC once in a while, because we know that those things, they can guide the market in a pretty serious way, right? But what we're really here to do is take a look at things like HEX, Pulse, Pulsechain, the INC token, things going on around the ecosystem, in the ecosystem, maybe some news, maybe some drama, maybe some pictures of KDP. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. But all I got to tell you guys is I want to thank you for being part of this ecosystem. I want to thank you for being here. And remember, this is not financial advice. And if you listen to anything I say, you're probably more smooth-brained and mid-curve than I even am. So with that said, let's go. All right, everybody. We're going to get kicking into high gear here. We are going to take a look today at the Pulsechain chart. And unfortunately, we don't have enough data on the monthly to support what I really like to look at to help guide decisions and see where we're really at. Are some indicators. I like to look at the RSI and the MACD. We don't have data on that quite yet because we're babies. We're brand new here. We're still in diapers. And I'm going to just say, with that said, I know a lot of us are feeling the pain right now, but you have to have a long-term outlook on these things, right? We're only a few months in. Let me count the candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. It feels like an eternity, but in the grand scheme of everything, it's just a drop of water in the bucket. It's not that much time. And the more patient we are, the better things will get. Okay? That's my motivation to all of you out there who are thinking of fumbling your bags. Okay? Don't fumble. Arm on the ball, wrap it up with the other arm. They call it 5-point coverage, and put your head down when that contact comes. Because what I'm looking at here, back to the charts, what I'm looking at here, boys and girls. Oh, by the way, family-friendly show, right? No swear words. We're going to keep it clean here. We're going to keep it positive. I want you to be able to listen to this in the car with your kids in the back seat. Okay, so anyway, what I have here, I'm going to delete some stuff off this chart. Don't mind me. Okay. What we have here, I'm just going to draw in real time what I see, what jumps out at me right now. Let's see. What's jumping out at me right now, if we take out some of the noise from the candle bodies, or sorry, the wicks, I'm looking at this and something like this. Okay. So right now we're seeing a triangle. Okay. We are at the bottom of this triangle trend on the monthly. This is scary territory, but I want to be a beacon of hope in this squalor of an ecosystem that we're all dealing with right now. And what I want to say to you folks out there listening, so pathetically starved for any type of good news that you even came to my channel to get it. What I want to give you guys, so thank you for coming, by the way. What I want to give you guys is simple. 2 red candles. That stinks. I know. Our emotions are tied to the red candles. Shout out to my friend Somi. You're a homie of mine. Now, our emotions are tied to candles. But what we have here on this latest red candle in this wrecked month of December is a higher low so far. So for the structural purposes of this general overlook of the monthly chart, we're doing okay. If you want to just draw this with me, kids, boom, boom, boom. I mean, we're doing all right. Okay, this is not the end of the world. I know it hurts, but what we have right there is a higher low. If we breach right here, right there, we are wrecked, in trouble. You might at that point want to run for the hills, but we aren't there. Okay, We could hold the line, and we're doing just fine. Now, let's take a look at the weekly. Let me go back to the pointer here, and let me just erase this little doodad. Let's do this. All right, back at it. We're live here, guys. Anyway, this is the weekly. Let me condense the chart a little bit. Let's take a look to see. We do have some data on the RSI. Looks to me like nothing on the MACD. So RSI, let's take a look at the RSI first. Relative Strength Index. We're oversold. As long as you're oversold, there's a lot of room to move up. And shakeouts like this are good. This candle is devastating, okay? It is a dagger. That candle is a dagger. We are under the 21 EMA, the golden ropes. But if you take a look here, kids, if you take a look here, we are still in this blue channel, okay? I'm going to erase the triangle that I just made. Okay. We wicked below, but sometimes I feel like wicks could just be like hard threats, right? Like the school bully who's really not tough. He just has a father that's never hugged him before, right? But in 6th grade, because he's 60 pounds heavier than you, when he comes up to you and talks trash, you think it's going to hurt, but in actuality, he's just faking you out. The market is like the bully with an abusive father in 6th grade. It understands that by trying to intimidate you, you will capitulate most of the time and just give up your lunch money. We're not going to fumble our lunch money, kids. We're not going to fumble at all. We are going to stay strong because right now we are at a point where if we could continue to see relief at the bottom of this channel, okay, up to maybe, let's reclaim 4 zeros and a 5 by the end of this week, Sunday night. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. We're going to be okay because structurally, once again, all this is a higher low. Once we breach the candle from mid-August, then we could talk about lower lows. But right now, regarding this move, it's a higher low. Now, this is what we look like on the weekly. We are still complete. This is hard to look at. I just had to shrink this chart down a little bit to get the whole chart in on the screen. And we are down, guys. And I know it hurts. I mean, we are really down. All right. And you would have thought that by now we would all be multimillionaires. Guys, I quit my job when I sacrificed for Pulse. It was completely degen, but it ended up being a complete blessing in disguise and probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. But you guys feel me on this. We all did the same thing. We all had the same feelings. If you were to fast forward or rewind 2 years ago and said, where are you going to be on December 6, 2023? I'd be in the Cayman Islands right now, drinking a Mai Tai, right? Not giving a what about anything. But hey, this is reality. This is where we are. And the reality is we need to shake out the weakness. And we're doing this now, guys. Hope, disbelief, hope, disbelief, hope, disbelief, hope, disbelief. We're going to probably have 3 or 4 more. Hope, disbelief, hope, disbelief, hope, disbelief. But as long as we keep painting higher highs and higher lows, it's just a game of patience. Okay, let's take a look at the 3-day chart. The MACD flipped red. That's not the most beautiful thing that we've ever seen, but remember, we're only on the 3-day. So the data on the 3-day is, we're going to call it borderline degen. So borderline degen data on the 3-day. If you're making life-altering decisions based on the 3-day, you probably have financial and personal issues. Just saying. So we're taking a look at the 3-day here. MACD flipped red. RSI, we are in the mid-range. We have room to move up or down. Nothing looks super promising there. Just kind of neutral, less than neutral, little negative on the MACD, neutral on the RSI. Let's take a look at the chart. As you can see, I have an indicator on this chart. It's called the super trend. We are above the super trend. It's really just a collection of moving averages that make up the super trend. We are above the green line on the super trend, and we are still inside of this friendly little channel. So as long as we are in this channel, we're good. Anything else is just noise. Stay inside this channel, and we can continue. If we can continue to print candles inside this channel, we're doing well. What we did here, guys, is if we go back to the end part of August, I'm looking at August 23rd, we started to form this channel. We exited this channel mid-October, went a little parabolic. We touched the top of the channel. We found a higher high, touched the top of the channel. I mean, that's perfect retest. Found another higher high. That's the type of stuff that gets leverage traders wrecked. Because if I was looking at this chart, I would have seen a higher high, a touch off the channel, another higher high. I would have said, let's go. We're going long, baby. We're going back to sack price. Let's go. And then what happened is it went like this. We went down, another retest, and then up, and okay, that is what gets people wrecked. That's what gets people lost their leverage, and everyone in trouble, and the wife mad at you, and you're sleeping on the couch for the next week. I might know that from experience, by the way. But once again, it's a 3-day. This doesn't mean the world, but it's a great insight to get a little more nuanced look at what the chart's doing and what we're looking at here. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit to look at all of this. Whoopsie, I don't want to do that now. Go back to this. Let's zoom out a little bit so we could look at all of this. All right. I just like to look at the chart for what it is. And what I see here, it's not the most beautiful chart, okay? But as long as we're not going to go under four zeros and a 3-4-ish area, I guess we're fine. We got to hold this line, guys. We got to hold this line. Buy. You got to buy here, right? Like we just have to do whatever we can to hold this price up. I'm going to move over to the daily. We're not going to spend much time on the daily and the 4-hour. Daily is wrecked here, but we don't trade off the daily. This is straight degen. This is the degen arena. We are kind of oversold though on the RSI. And as far as what I see on the MACD, yeah, we're red on the MACD, but the signal line is in the middle. It's not really a heavy down. I think we're going to be okay on the MACD here. What's that? What's that? I have several MACDs going on for some strange reason, but okay, we're golden. Once again, we don't really look at the daily, but if you want to just really kind of zoom into what's been happening, look at these last 3 days, man. We were just living high on the hog a few days ago. It was all good just a week ago, but hey, this is what it is. This is what markets do. They try to shake you out. They try to shake you up, and they try to hold you upside down in the bathroom and shake out all your lunch money, okay? What are you going to do? You going to stand up to the bully, or are you going to capitulate? Power's in your hands. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, Midcurver Crypto here. Let's stay smooth-brained, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.